Today is a bloody lovely day. The weather is like just so, you know? The humidity has gone, the high temperatures have gone, it's just lovely, you know? And we're gonna have a great... You know what this weather's like? It's like when you're on holiday and you get up too early and you're waiting for breakfast and you're waiting for like someone else to wake up, i.e. Laura or family, and you decide to go and sit by the pool in like fully dressed for breakfast and wait for them by the pool and read your book. Or maybe you like go and walk down the road to like the bakery and pick up some croissants or something. Like, that's what this weather feels like. It's just, it's perfection. It'd be like this all day, which it won't be. It'd actually be a good day to cycle today, but I left it too late to decide to cycle. It was threatening to rain in the morning last night, and I woke up this morning and it's perfectly fine. And I wouldn't have had time to get everything ready, basically. What a stressful day, man. Blimey. Essentially, we're kind of being held up by testing at the moment. We need to get this branch approved and merged so that we can then start building on it for the other branches. I jumped ship today to help testing and was working with my contractor friend that I hired and we were going through testing stuff. I really enjoyed testing, it's quite good fun. Just like ripping stuff to shreds, trying our best. But we broke it quite too much because like, we run everything basically on 5 different servers and all 5 of them systematically just shutting each other down, and we had crazy infrastructure issues today. It was not fun. So half the team's looking at that. We can't test anymore because now dev's down. And then I was looking at some other bugs where we had some intermittent tests running, and like literally they were impossible. It was like we were mocking something and then casually it wasn't calling the mock anymore. So well, to be honest with you, quite common, every now and again it would just fail to call the mock and it would call the actual method even though it's mocked. Like, why? It was baffling the mind. I spent about 3 hours on that, and then I spent a bit of time fixing one of the bugs I raised with our date picker. But yeah, just trying to get everything done so that we can like just go, right, okay, done. I don't need to remember any of this for Monday because it's all fixed. Very stressful. No one's had a good day. Like, to the point where they'd fixed dev with about half an hour to go, and then 15 minutes later they're like, app 4's down, app 3's just gone, what's going on? Devils, the computer gremlins were up against us, it's gotta be said. I got bored of more politics. It's the only thing that seems to be on, and I was watching Question Time between Jeremy Corbyn, Jeremy Corbyn and Theresa May. Happy days. Otherwise, I've been working away on my own project. I've got like this hideous mapping to do now. I've mapped everything else, I've been leaving it to the end. I've got to have this hideous mapper to join up these 2 different types that are being generated. It's not going to be pretty. Yeah, I'm thinking as well I'm going to smash it all into one class, basically. Get it all tested, put it all into one class, and then, because I'm pretty confident I'm going to change at some point in the future at least, specifically when I start to support specific like commits and stuff, when I start limiting the scope of the search, I'm going to want to change the way that I'm generating the results. So therefore the object that I'm using to translate into the public results will be different, and therefore the tests are all going to change. So I'm just going to like smash it into the basically the external part, you know? Hopefully have some kind of categorization style tests that can just be reused. It's basically just like a list that maps to another list, although if one of the list types is going to change, I guess that's not going to be the case, but we'll try my best. But yeah, I've been delaying it as much as I possibly can do. I'm not particularly tired, but I probably should go to bed and wake up the bay and get her to get ready for bed. It's just little old me. Laura cannot be bothered to leave the house this morning, so I'm going to town. I'm going to take my shirts back and I'm going to sort out my hair. I'm going to get it cut. Also recently figured out that I can trim video clips inside the camera, so I can do shots like that much easier without having to edit it on the computer, which is pretty cool. I like that. That means I get a more realistic sense of how long the video is, because I don't have like a minute-long clip I'm going to use 4 seconds of, if you know what I mean. There used to be a bridge going across there, now there's just pillars, look, where it used to be. Weird. In the shop seemed pretty confused why I was returning 5 identical shirts. I was like, look, I was pretty confident they'd fit, alright? And they didn't fit. It turns out what I'd done was bought like the standard ones. The ones I have were a size smaller, but they have like extra like fitting around the sides, so it like cinches in a little bit more. The ones that I'd bought didn't have that, so it was basically like a bit like a coat, you know what I mean? Like the only seam was on the left and the right. The ones I currently have 2 seams on the left and the right, so they like cinch in. So basically I just bought the wrong style. So when I bought a size up of the style that wasn't the skinny style, they felt massive. So I just need to reorder the ones that cinch in, but it's quite difficult to spot that online is the problem. But yeah, he's like, so I bought these shirts, they were like £40 each, but they were half price. And then he's like, I don't, why are you returning them? I'm like, well, why'd you buy so many? I'm like, because they're a week's worth of shirts, mate. Bought 5 shirts for 5 days of the week. Well, 4 days of the week and a spare day, you know? I'm gonna go get my hair cut now, which means I'm gonna go sit and fucking melt away underneath a hairdresser's gown. To be honest, at the moment it's not even that hot, it's just like nice and airy, but it's gonna be hot. And I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna be like, ah, so sweaty. There we go, all good in the hood. Let's go home. I've got hair on my eye. Got the better of the 2 hairdressers today that are normally there. It's probably the best one that's there, but normally he talks about just fuck all but football, and it's really irritating. I just want him to shut up all the time. But this time he was relatively quiet, so I had a great time. Best haircut in a while. I used to go to that hairdresser's for a specific guy who was really good, and he's left now, but I still go. But that guy's pretty good. I wouldn't even be shitting you if I told you I had 10 minutes it took me to get that last couple of seconds shot. That's enough of that. Should we actually go home now? Yeah? And officially, I know I mentioned this in the previous video, which I'm about to upload now. The thing that was coming up that we are trying to arrange details for next week-ish, at some point next week, it's basically confirmed. So, I don't think you're going to find out in this video, but you'll probably find out in the next. I did just make the mistake of editing and uploading my entire video and forgot to delete all the footage off the camera, so I'm going to have to re-plug in my camera to the computer so I can delete everything, god damn. Otherwise though, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a pretty good day today. We've been having to plan stuff, which is going to arrive soon. To be honest with you, I kind of like these daily vlog style now, because it means that I can keep things in suspense. Things that are actually happening, I can kind of keep a little bit secret, and it's like, oh, you're gonna find out. Yes, like, you would get that in a way. Haven't thought about it. But what I could do is just end the video before it's gonna happen and then be like, see you next week. Yeah, today was a lot of prep work, and we had some catching up to do because I've fallen behind on quite a lot of TV. We watched Gogglebox, Doctor and some Outer Cards, and it was grand. But yes, so gonna have to get on to some work tomorrow. Me think sees, I'ma probably wake up early. That's probably my plan. That's a very, very, very rainy Sunday. Therefore, to compensate, we stayed in basically all day. We drove up to Cribs Causeway to pick up some stuff, but it was basically just like pottering jobber. We kind of forgot to get it. I could have got it yesterday when I was in town, but we were making sure that we had everything sorted, and we realised, oh, we don't have everything sorted. Otherwise, more or less, we did the normal Sunday jobs. Today we did our usual cleaning the flat, did the washing and all that kind of stuff. We had a lovely dinner. We made ourselves a jungle curry, which was like a really sweet curry. It's like really like limey and sweet. It's really nice, but I bet it's like an acquired taste, if that makes sense. It's a bit weird. So we did that, but otherwise we've just kind of been pottering. We've just been pottering about the place. I've done a little bit of work in the evening. We went for a walk as well after dinner as well. Did a little bit of work in the evening, and otherwise I've just spent about 2 hours playing Doom. Getting a bit addicted to it, just trying to fucking kill some shit, because I feel like I feel like Clonk's going to come out. I'm excited for it. I got stuck on a really difficult thing. Oh, god damn it. It was a bit of a pain in the arse. But yes, in other words, it's 1 o'clock, so I need to head off to bed. But this is where the strange thing is, because on Friday I was in so much of a rush trying to get stuff sorted so I could hand everything over to people at work, because tomorrow I'm not going to work. I've booked a week off. Way! So tomorrow is basically going to be another Sunday. It's going to be grand. We've got to clean out Graham though. We didn't clean out Graham today. God damn it, look. The week you have off, it's fucking raining. Hoofed. I'm mapping data from one type to another type, and it's the weird bit where, like, in one place I have it based on the type, the file and type of a thing that's been done, and in the other one I have it just on the type of on the file, and it'll be on multiple ones, and it's got to generate lists. And it's crazy. It's like I'm doing a lot of link queries trying to figure out, like, pull information out of nested lists and whatnot. There's a little bit of information that I need right at the top. There's another bit of information that I need right at the bottom. In this object, and then in this object I need something from the little object and the big object. Oh, it's nice fun. Christ on a back. Oh, you see, look, even there, that's not as simple as I wanted it to be either. Pulled out the type. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Because I've pulled out the mutant type, and I can just apply that at the end. Every single one at a just, what is it? Do a map reduction thing, jobber. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our day off. We've been living the dream. Laura's off as well. We headed on out to supermarket to sort out, like, petrol and whatnot. We got all that sorted. And we did a little bit of shopping, but otherwise we've just been kind of pottering around. We've been doing washers and stuff, just kind of chilling around the house. I mean, there's not much you can do, is there, when the weather's a bit miserable, so. We did clean out Graham, and we are waiting to... We're waiting to have dinner, basically. Do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to have to cut it there. We're going to have an extra special short video today. We only had a number of days, but you'll see why, I think. Yeah, so we've had some dinner, we've just kind of basically chilled out and sorted stuff out. And yeah, tomorrow is going to be the next video along. The next video you'll see will be a rather special video. So it will make up for the fact that this one's been so short and so cryptic. I was hoping to get some time out and about today, but it's literally been, it's still miserable now. It's very, very miserable outside. It's not good at all. Laura is heading to bed, and I am staying up so that I can get this video sorted out. Literally nothing else has been done today though. I've played, on recommendation from a friend, started playing something called Shardbound on Steam. It's like an early access Hearthstone, but a bit like you place them on the board and move them around the board rather than play cards against each other or whatever. I don't think it's very good though, so I can't recommend it. Spent a bit of time playing around with that. Spent about 4 and a bit hours, probably more, working on my own project, trying to get things mapped from certain areas. I've got a plan all set up now. I've just got to do it. Might be able to do it now before I render out stuff. Otherwise I'll just churn it out in the next couple of days, I guess, as well. So, I generally don't even know. Do you remember me saying I didn't delete all the footage off the camera? I still haven't, so I don't even know how long this video is. Right, but that's all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you join me again for next video, which is going to be extra special. And I will catch you later.